That music can only mean one thing. What is up, my Sabronis? It is a beautiful, it's actually a cold, rainy Wednesday night now as we record this podcast of the Save Us Senior podcast. As always, I am joined by my friend. I wouldn't say my best friend, but my friend, my best bald friend, who I formerly taught with, Scott Camdog Cameron. Scott, how are you on this Wednesday night?
Hey, I'm doing okay. Like you, if you remember when I was mentoring you, I said, man, there's I drew out a calendar of what school year was like, and I said, man, there's nothing more tiring. There's like 3-4 times in a year where it's like it's more tiring and exhausting than anything else, and the first week of school is the worst. Having coached a fall sport for a few years, I understand it is exhausting. Blech. So.
Yeah. Today was first day with kids. First day with kids today, and it was a good day. First day doing 6th grade for myself after being with 9th graders for the last 4 years. It's a different breed. It's a different experience, but we will survive it. We have some big news with this Save Us Standard podcast. Tonight is obviously our NFL preview episode. We did the college football preview episode last weekend, so if you didn't get to listen to that, go listen to that and the NFL preview. But this baby can come at any point. I mean, she can come tonight, tomorrow. I just have a feeling that next week is the time that it comes. And so we're going to take 2 weeks off. We're going to take next week off. We're going to take the week after that off. And then as things kind of get settled down, we will do we'll get into college football will be started. Week 0 is next weekend. Week 1 is the weekend after that. We will be getting ready for Ohio State, Texas. We will be getting ready for Oklahoma, Michigan. We will be getting ready for the NFL week 1 as well. So 2 weeks off. We've given a great college football preview episode last week. I thought we really hit all cylinders on a lot of things with college football preview, and we're going to do the same thing with our NFL tonight. We are in week 2 of the preseason, and so we have some time to kind of get into the meat and potatoes of it. Full predictions tonight. There's an NFL site that I use. I do all the games. So I can show you every schedule for every team that you want to see, our breakdowns for a lot of teams that we like and don't like this year. I'm excited for an NFL preview episode, and I'm also kind of looking forward to a 2-week break, because break from podcast, not a break away from life. And although it would be nice, it's hectic right now.
So you don't like me anymore?
You can still come over anytime you want. The hour and a half.
I'll play
drive.
cornhole.
Yeah. Hour and a half drive to see each other. But all right. I got nothing else. Let's get into the NFL.
Jump into it. Let's go. Spittle.
There's a lot of teams as I'm going through the schedule that have a really, really, really tough road ahead of them this year. And there's some teams that I think are going to really bounce back. Just kind of like as we begin, what are some teams that you really like this year, or some teams that you really don't like? Obviously, everybody's going to pick the Rams. I think the Rams are the most loaded team on paper. The Bills are going to be hard to beat. Josh Allen's really good. So just 2 or 3 teams that you really love.
Have you been watching my list? Teams that I think will be, some of these might be hot takes and not really, but I have the Jaguars winning the division. I have the Bengals making the playoffs. And I have the Cowboys making the playoffs. And I think they could potentially win a playoff game. Teams that I think that will suck. Do you want me to go to teams that will suck, or do you just want to hit your hot? The teams I think are going to suck that people might be like, well, they could. I think the Giants are going to be still not good. I think they'll be better, but I think they will be not as good. Jackson Dart got dinged up a little bit. There's a lot of iffy there. I don't think the Ravens are going to be as good because they don't have Harbaugh there. Sorry, just being honest. Falcons, my goodness, because they have a worse quarterback situation. As much money as they spend, holy crap. And I think the 49ers are going to choke.
I think we lost Scott there for a second again.
We froze.
I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's him.
We froze.
Scott's frozen. There you are. You're talking about the Falcons.
We froze. Oh, Falcons. They spend so much money, but their quarterbacks just aren't going to have. And I think the 49ers are going to not. I think they're going to underperform. Yeah. Sorry, people know Purdy. They're onto him now. So.
I'm very similar to you in all of these ways. I obviously the Rams and the Bills are the 2 hottest teams I think that people have. The Seahawks coming off a Super Bowl. I think the Seahawks are still going to be really good. I have the Chiefs. Yeah. I think the Chiefs are going to be really good again. I think they had a down year. Tom Brady did not have down years 2 years in a row. They got played with injuries. Right. They had no receivers to throw to last year. Patrick Mahomes gets hurt. they're going to be hungry. They are. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are too good to have back-to-back years. Too smart. I'm with you. I really like the Cowboys. I think that this is maybe the homer pick for me with Caleb Downs going there, but I think Caleb Downs has an opportunity to be a great safety right away in this league, help a defense that kind of has been the struggling point, and then on offense, like Dak Prescott every single year is able to throw the ball. They have Pickens. They have obviously have CeeDee Lamb. They have running back by committee this year. They almost have so many running backs, too many running backs. With you can never have too many running backs. But Javonte Williams, and then who's that next guy? Is it Blue out of Texas, the second year guy out of Texas?
Yeah, he's there.
There's a lot of pieces there that help them really be explosive on offense. I'm gonna read you. I can show you all my NFC North. I have the Lions going 14-3. I have the Packers going 12-5. The Bears 12-5, and the Vikings 12-5. That division is one of the best divisions I've ever seen, top to bottom. I really like the Vikings to bounce back. I have them 12-5, missing the playoffs. Seriously, they're 12-5, missing the playoffs on this, and all 5 of their losses. And this is just as I go through this, I pick who I think is the better team. I look at kind of bye weeks and all those things. The Vikings finished 12-5 and missed the playoffs, but Kyler Murray is so much better than J.J. McCarthy. That offense is going to kind of finally be back to what it was with Sam Darnold, with Kirk Cousins, really utilizing Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and I'm with you. I have the Falcons going 1-16. I think the Falcons are disgusting. Bijan Robinson, they should trade him and get everything they can for him. I feel bad for Bijan. He's so good, and he's going to be stuck on that crap of a team. I also have the Cardinals going 1-16. I do not trust Jacoby Brissett. There's no running back. Obviously, they have Trey McBride. I hope Marv bounces back, but there's nothing about that team that gets me excited to where I can have them go beat anybody and be good.
Marvin's on the verge of a bust.
Yep,
right there,
absolutely.
On the verge of a bust.
The Dolphins are also my low team. I have them at 2-15. So both the Cardinals and the Falcons I had 1-16. The Dolphins I had 2-15. So believe it or not, I gave the Browns 7 wins. So Browns fans, 7 wins. That, if anything, that's a hot take right there. That's a hot freaking take.
Listen. I have that as a hot take as well. Hot take. Browns will go 500. I know you can't really say. There we go. Hot take. Browns will go 500. There you go.
I count 7-10 as 500 for the Browns. I mean, a 7-10 for the Browns is like 16-0 for the Chiefs. So
it's like, what's your handicap in golf? Yeah, the Browns get a 10-game swing.
Yep. So I'm real excited to kind of break down all these divisions and everything, and with technology, I'm going to be sharing the screen in a second. I got to get you on sharing the screen. I got to get you on being able to share this stuff with me so we can share the screen.
Is it like the TikTok where it accesses my internet?
Yeah, the moment you share it, the government, the FBI has all access to your internet, so that's probably not a good thing for you.
Wait, why?
Let's get into some awards real quick before we break down all these divisions. What's your NFL MVP for the 2026-2027 season? Sorry. Let's do MVP last because I got a hot take of mine. Offensive Player of the Year.
Offensive Player of the Year, I have Jamar Chase from the Cincinnati Bengals. I think Burrow kind of realizes this is he's coming down to the wire when it comes to the hot point of his career, and he's got to produce. And I tell you what, Jamar Chase is a dog. So I think he's going to get a lot of looks this year. There you go.
Jamar Chase had 75 catches in the Thursday Night Football game against the Steelers last year for 965 yards and 18 touchdowns. I mean, just any week can go off like that. My offense player of the year is Jahmyr Gibbs. I think losing David Montgomery, he's going to be the feature back. I think Gibbs is by far, other than Bijan, the most explosive player running back in the league. And it's not like that's a hot take or anything. We all know how good he is. But I really think the Lions kind of bounced back from a down year last year. When you have a great receiver like Amon-Ra St. Brown and good pieces like Jamison Williams and Hawkinson and everything like that. No, he's not. He's Laporta. Hawkinson's on the Vikings, and a good quarterback like Jared Goff. It makes your run game even more dangerous. And I really think Gibbs, from the run game and the pass game, is going to just have the yards. He's going to have the total touchdowns. I like Gibbs to be my offensive player of the year. My defense player of the year, fatigue fits in with some of these guys sometimes. Myles Garrett has won it 2 times in the last 3 or 4 years. T.J. Watt had his. Aaron Donald, won 3 in a good amount, a good span. I'm gonna go with Will Anderson. It almost feels like it's his time to finally get one.
Yeah.
He is the anchor piece of a great defense. The Texans have a top 5 defense in the NFL.
Sure.
When you're that anchor and you're that star and that edge linebacker that sets the tone, he's gonna finally get the recognition, the defensive player of the year that he deserves.
Yeah, the biggest problem the Texans have is their quarterback, a.k.a. C.J. Stroud, which can be a little burp. I said if Aaron Donald does not come back, then I think it's going to be Myles Garrett again. And I think that's going to be by virtue of a little bit of the best player on the best team kind of deal. And I think that's just the reality. If Aaron Donald does come back, I think that if Aaron Donald does come back, I think that that's going to be a challenge for Myles Garrett to match up the statistics with Aaron Donald. So that's why. If Aaron Donald doesn't come back, he won't steal all the stats from Myles Garrett. That's my opinion. So
I'm wearing this Pittsburgh Steelers shirt, and I love this shirt, but it's like, and I'm a big guy, so finding a shirt that's too big on me is rare, and this is my normal size, but it's like it's like he's falling down, so you're seeing too much of the neck. I don't like it. My white, my very mayo neck, and so I'm just trying to show the Pittsburgh Steelers on the shirt. Go ahead with your offensive rookie of the year.
Offensive rookie of the year. I have Jeremy Bernard, wide receiver, Steelers, second round guy from Bama, and here's why. The Steelers, as we talked about, they don't have any wide receivers. And so he's going to get a lot of action from a good quarterback with a good system. Now, I hate the Steelers, but I'm giving the Steelers a lot of love in this thing because I think they might have a little bit of a thing going. You got the great reunion, but I think it's just primed for a guy like Bernard. There weren't a whole lot of really awesome offensive rookies this year, in good situations, mind you.
Yeah.
But he's in a really good situation in Pittsburgh.
I mean, if he goes out and wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, that means I think we found a true, almost receiver 1.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf and Michael Pittman are both good receiver 2s. If they could be a 1A, 1B, we'll see how it goes. So I hope you're right. It's a hot take right there. That's a hot take.
It's a hot, but if you look at the draft, if you look at the players and the good offensive players and the systems that they're in and stuff, there's only a couple where it's like, ooh, that's a good offensive situation for you.
Yeah,
there's not very many, being honest.
So I'm going Jadarian Price, kind of for what you just said. He's the new running back. He's not quite running back 1. They're almost running back committee, like I said with the Cowboys. But when you are this breakout running back on a team that just came off a Super Bowl win, the eyes are on you, and you're in a great situation. Like Jeremiah Love, I think we all know is going to be really good. When I said the Cardinals had no players earlier, as a rookie and a no offense, but I expect Jeremiah Love to be very good for a very long time. It just might not be this year on the Cardinals. But maybe they're going to overload him with the stats where he does get it. But he was just obviously a safe pick. Obviously, I'd love to see Carnell win it. I just don't think – I don't love the Titans. I really don't love Cam Ward. I think that he is not QB1 drafted any other draft class other than the one he was in or the one Kenny Pickett was in. Like, those are 2 of the worst draft classes I've seen in a long time, and I just don't trust Cam Ward enough to be able to help his receivers produce. And so I think Jadarian Price is a really good player on a really good team. And kind of like I said with, like you were saying with Myles Garrett, like when you're the best player on the best team, people are going to vote for you as you stand out.
Get more eyeballs.
Yeah, Jadarian Price, I think the Seahawks go 12-5. They're going to win a lot of games again. They have a great pass game, and then I think he's going to be a really good anchor to a run game. And when all those 3 things connect, you win a lot of games.
Yep. I can see that too. Love, it's just hard for him to run with 8 guys in the box. That's the thing. It's reality.
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Defensive Rookie of the Year, I have Jaboy Caleb Downs from the Dallas Cowboys. And I was picking between that and Sonny Styles, but I ended up going with Caleb Downs.
I also went with Caleb Downs.
Man.
I also went Caleb Downs. I was between him and Arvell. I'd really love to see Arvell kind of be a foundation piece of that Giants defense. I'm much higher on the Giants than you are, by the way. Not a whole lot, but I'm higher on them than you are. I think Caleb Downs. I know Caleb Downs is that good of a defender, of a run stopper at the safety position, and the fact that he dropped to 11th or 12th or wherever the Cowboys took him is a travesty. He should have been a top 5, top 6 pick in this draft if any team was smart.
Yes.
And he fell to the Cowboys. And I'm usually the biggest Cowboy hater other than Stephen A. Smith. You know, like I just, and as a Steelers fan, like I despise the Cowboys, but I know that he's going to be really great for them for a very long time. He's going to have a great career, and it starts off by winning defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, and you know there was issues, concerns about his knee and everything. As long as that holds up, I think he has potential in his career to be a top 5 all-time safety in NFL history. He has that potential. He should be a top 25 easily.
Mm-hmm.
Could be, may very well maybe a top 10, but he could potentially be a top 5, and that's pretty good. I mean, that's a great list, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think the two best safeties in NFL history are Troy Polamalu and Ed Reed. And when you're in the conversation of being with those two guys, you're great. You're going to have an NFL career or a Hall of Fame career, and I think Caleb Downs has all that in him. Coach of the year, I'm going to go with Ben Johnson. Listen, there's something about Ben Johnson. I mean, when the Steelers were doing this hiring process last year, I told you there were 5 coaches that I wanted no matter what. I said Dan Campbell. I love Dan Campbell. My brain is braining. But the number one coach I wanted was Ben Johnson. If I could have anybody, obviously Ben Johnson. I know Ben Johnson was untouchable, but if I could have anybody, it would be him. A young coach who just goes in and makes an offense great. I don't think Caleb Williams is an all-world type of quarterback. But gosh dang it, you look at Caleb Williams last year versus the year before, and it's night and day difference. Colston Loveland, a Michigan guy, goes in and is instantly a top 5 tight end in this league. They lose DJ Moore, but Luther Burden stepped up. I expect Rome Odunze to finally kind of hit his stride with being a good NFL receiver. And Ben Johnson is so gifted when it comes to being an offensive coordinator and setting up big plays and explosive plays and fun plays. And because of that, I think the Bears win a lot of games again. And I think it's time Ben Johnson gets that recognition and wins Coach of the Year.
Well, I hope you're wrong, because that means my Pack Go would not be as good. So here's the one problem. I agree he's a great coach. The big problem is, as good as much improved as the offensive was last year, their defense had a lot of takeaways, and that helped them win some big games. That doesn't always happen. And the problem is Caleb Williams is still Caleb Williams. He still scrambles too much. He's still careless with the ball at times. So I don't know, man. So I actually, again, go on, hold up your shirt. Go on. I think Mike McCarthy is going to win Coach of the Year. I think they're going to win that. They're going to win that division, and I think they're going to give it to him as a token nod of, hey, you did a great job. You took a franchise that had kind of been floundering a little bit and wasn't what it could have been, and they're going to turn around, and I think they're going to dominate that division.
Is it? You know, it's kind of funny. The Green Bay Packers, or the Pittsburgh Steelers, are almost another Green Bay Packers team. You cannot like the way Aaron Rodgers' era ended or the Mike McCarthy era ended, but you got to be appreciative of all the good years Aaron Rodgers gave. Obviously, brought Super Bowl to you, 4-time MVP. So deep down, whether you want to say you hate him or not, and I'm not saying you have said that before, but part of you is always going to root for Aaron Rodgers, and so you are more than welcome to hop on the Steelers bandwagon this year. But I also think your Packers could be. I think your Packers could be really good. So you're going to have 2 really good teams to root for. I say really good teams. I think the Steelers are going to be okay. I had them winning 13, going 13-4. I overinflate the Steelers a little bit. I'm biased. I have them going 5-1 in the division. I think the division is weak. So 13-4 is more like a Kansas City, or I won't go Kansas City, is a Denver Broncos 11-6. You know what I mean? It's a Green Bay Packers 11-6.
Yeah.
So Ben Johnson for me, Mike McCarthy for you. We'll see how it goes. Finally, MVP. I'm going to let you go ahead with your MVP because mine is a little bit of a hot take.
Mine's not so much a hot take. I think Josh Allen. I think he's going to. There's a lot of energy up in Buffalo. He's going to show that even though Sean's not there, he can lead the team and he can take the team far and he can really do good things with the Buffalo Bills. I have them going very, very far in the playoffs. And so I just think that's just my 2 cents. The fun thing is, the reality is 90% of what we say is going to be wrong. And if you don't like it, suck it. So eat it, be okay with it.
So last year was Matthew Stafford, a friend of the program, Matthew Stafford, by the way. I have a picture of Matthew Stafford.
Oh, boy, here we go. God,
Super Bowl champ, MVP, friends of family. Matthew Stafford's going to be unreal. He's going to have a great season again. As long as he stays healthy, the Rams are going to win a lot of games, and obviously they can win the Super Bowl. But I think the MVP is going to be Patrick Mahomes. I'm so high on Mahomes and the Chiefs every single year. I think that Mahomes is the most talented quarterback in the league right now. One of the most talented to ever play the game. I think if he retired right now, he'd be a Hall of Famer. Surefire, first ballot Hall of Famer. Like I'm saying, first ballot, no matter what, he's a Hall of he's going to be.
He was a Hall of Fame. He was a first ballot Hall of Famer 2 years ago.
Yep, and I just think that he is so talented, and great quarterbacks don't have bad years 2 years in a row. And the Chiefs are going to win a lot of freaking football games, and they're going to get back to being the top dogs in the AFC West. And I just really like the Chiefs. I really like Patrick Mahomes, and I think that he goes out there and he wins the MVP this year.
Now, a little bit of a different thing. You didn't tell us to do this one, but I did make a Comeback Player of the Year award, and I did pick Pat Mahomes for that.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, if Mahomes wins that, and with winning the MVP, Mahomes is going to win that also. So
yeah, but I just I in my selection, I have the Bills winning the AFC, so that's why I picked Allen over Mahomes.
Gotcha. All right, let's get into breaking down these divisions a little bit. I'm sharing the old screen right here, okay? And I love this. I've used this website before. I pick every game. Like I said, I go through and I pick them based on just kind of who I like more, coming off buys, all those things. So I went through, and in my full standings, you can ignore all this stuff in the middle, but I got my full standings right here. All the divisions. Okay, you can see who, and then we'll get to the playoffs in just a second.
What a nerd!
Is there any team that stands out on here that you want? I mean, we could break down all the. We'll go to the Steelers again, guys. I overinflate the Steelers. Okay, like it just is what it is. I'm a Steelers fan, but I love this division. I love the NFC North. The Lions, the Packers, the Bears all making the playoffs, and the Vikings missing at 12-5. Like I don't do the tiebreakers; it does it all for you. So I really like the NFC North a lot this year. The Bengals and the Browns both 7-10. I think the Bengals, like you love Jamar Chase, you love Joe Burrow. I do too. But I just don't trust the defense anywhere that like we haven't for the last 5 years.
Yeah, I think the Ravens are poopy. I would switch the Ravens and the Bengals on mine. You know,
they get lucky with a very easy schedule.
And you have a lot of faith in them Texans.
I do. I'm big on the defense. I think the division stinks. I don't trust Daniel Jones at all. I do not trust Daniel Jones in the slightest. I think the Jags maybe I'm a little down on. I haven't been going through. I just don't love their offense. I really don't. Trevor Lawrence has played better, but I don't trust. Obviously Travis Hunter's going to be pretty much a primary D guy. Brian Thomas, where was he at last year? There's just nothing about the Jags that makes me think that they're going to be able to score a lot of points in order to win enough football games. And I think that the Texas defense is that elite. And C.J. Stroud is a roller coaster. He's a roller coaster. Last year, at the end of the season, he really started to play like this again. I trust that he's going to keep the momentum. Ohio State guy, there's a little bit of bias there. I'll admit when there's bias.
I think it's funny how both south of N and AFC are just not that good. They're just not that good. And, of course, everyone makes fun of how bad the NFC South is. Like, it's an ongoing joke, like, God, who's going to win that off? Which is funny because it wasn't that 20 years ago. But that's the NFL, right? But it's the NFC South has just been consistently, mid. And the Buccaneers. It's one of those things where I've never been a big fan of if you win a division, then you get in the playoffs automatically. What was it? The Buccaneers made it once with a losing record or something like that.
Seahawks did 7-9. 7-9, but they won a playoff game. That was a Beastquake game.
I know, but I don't know.
Here's the thing. Here's why I defend it. Here's why I defend the NFL. Everybody plays by the same rules. Everybody plays by the same rules, and so I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
It's like having a non-power conference making the college football playoff. It's like two making them. No one would do something stupid like that.
No league ever. So obviously the AFC West, I have the Chiefs winning 15-2, the Broncos making the playoffs, the Bills winning the AFC East with the Patriots as well, the bottom feeders, the Steelers going 13-4, Ravens 11-6, the Texans winning the AFC South for me, the NFC West, the Rams and the Seahawks both making it 15-2, 12-5. It pains me, but the Cowboys are going to go 14-3, 6-0 in that division. You know, they're gonna win the NFC
that's
East.
A hot take.
Yep.
Whew.
The Lions, the Packers, and the Bears all making it out of the NFC North, and then the Buccaneers are one team out of that. Like you said, the South divisions, the weak South divisions, both of them making, or the Tampa Bay making it.
So my champions AFC were the Bills, Chiefs, Jaguars, and Steelers. And then I have the wild card as Chargers, Patriots, Bengals. I hate saying this out loud, but I do think that Jim Harbaugh is a pretty good coach. Sorry, I thought I was gonna choke there. So obviously Patriots are great and they were hot last year and stuff, but and I think the Bengals are they're gonna find a way. You know, and that's the thing with the NFL, like you said, everyone plays by the same rules, and the divisions and the games are so close. It's a crapshoot. NFC wise, what'd you have again for the NFC?
Winning the divisions, the Lions, the Buccaneers, the Cowboys, and my number one seed was the Rams, along with the Bears, the Packers, and the Seahawks, making it as my wild card teams.
Okay, so I have the Rams, I have the Eagles winning the division, I have the Packers winning the division. I know that's biased. Go Pack, go! And then the Succaneers winning the sucky South. Then the wild card would be the Seahawks. They'll be 5. Detroit with number 6, and then the Cowboys at number 7. And Caleb Holmes is going to sit at home and paint his fingernails during the playoffs.
I'm high on. I really do love the Bears. I love the offense. I love everything Ben Johnson does. So here's my playoff picture. I think that the Broncos are going to win that one. Listen, this is a hot take. The Steelers are due for a playoff win. They are due for a playoff win. It's been a long time since they have gone one. And I don't love Mike McCarthy as a head coach. But darn it, when push comes to shove, that magic year one's going to be here. He's going to win a playoff game against defending AFC champion Patriots. They're going to go into Acrisure. They're going to go into Heinz Field. They're going to go to the Berg, and they're going to lose. Give me the Bills over the Ravens. The Seahawks beat the Buccaneers. This is a tough one. I know that you're going to be sad when I don't pick your Packers right here, but I'm telling you, the Lions are going to have such a good comeback of a season. I am so high on the Lions. I love everything that the Lions do. I love everything about Dan Campbell, MCDC, and it's a great Packers season. It really is a great, good offseason. To make the playoffs, it really does mean something. I think it's a good, fun game, but just like you lost to the Bears last year in the divisional round, I'm going with the Lions, and then I'm going to round this out. Listen, the Cowboys might make themselves a little run. But the Bears are going to go into Dallas, and they're going to beat the... No, I'm just kidding. I'm going with the Cowboys. Go ahead.
I have the Lions playing the Packers as well, but because the Packers had the higher seed, the Packers would win. If you have it like that and we have to go to the Lions, I agree the Lions win. It's a weather thing. But, yeah, if we have to go to Detroit, that doesn't bode well for the Packers. Yep. So I understand why he picked it in such a fashion. And I'm good with all that.
Technology's cool. Technology's cool. All right, let's get into our divisional rounds. And Bills, Steelers. There's something the Steelers won't ever be able to outscore the Bills right now. I'm going Bills. Chiefs, Broncos, a great divisional game on playoff weekend. Can't ask for anything better than that. And what's better than one but a second one? Rams, Seahawks, two of the three best, maybe two of the four best teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
I just think the Rams are too talented all around. The Rams have too much talent, and they hard loss to the Seahawks last year. They're going to look for revenge against those guys all season. I'm going the Rams, and then Lions, Cowboys. You smell that?
Did you have onion rings?
No, one of those teams is smelling the NFC Championship. The Lions for the second time in the last 57 years, or the Cowboys for the first time since 1995. Listen,
the Cowgirls.
I can't do it. I'm going with the Lions to make NFL Championship weekend.
Wow, boy, that's boy, those Lions are hot, buddy. They're hot. They're hot.
The stage is set. The stage is set for Conference Championship weekend. Go ahead and give me kind of your breakdown heading into Conference Championship weekend.
I have Conference Championship weekend for the AFC. I have Buffalo and KC playing in the finals. So you have Buffalo and KC playing each other in that round, but by the Bills winning and the Chiefs being on the 1-2, they would meet 1-2 in the final. So interestingly, yours is just a little bit different way of set up.
Are you saying the Bills are your 1 seed?
Yeah. So, man, I tell you what. You talk about the Rams and Seahawks being a tight game and a great game. That's the other one. Like,
think about how many Bills Chiefs playoff games have come down to the wire over the last 10 years. We're due for another one.
The AFC is so freaking loaded. The NFC has a couple good teams. The AFC has like 4 or 5 of them. They're just loaded. Sorry. Ugh.
Your NFC Championship game? What's your path to the NFC Championship?
I have my Buffalo Bills beating the Chiefs, and I have the Rams beating the Lions. Or I have the Rams beating Philly. Sorry.
See,
Philly boys.
I just don't try. You lose A.J. Brown, maybe addition by subtraction for them. But it's hard to replace a really good wide receiver. And in that team, when you have Devontae, when you have him, when you have Saquon, when you have all these guys,
Slim Reaper.
and you lose one, So we will see. I don't have the Eagles though, as you can see, making the playoffs. I'm with you on this one, and then obviously we have to pick this one. I think that Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs bounce back and they beat the Bills and the Chiefs make the Super Bowl. And I think the Rams are the best team in the NFL. And they're going to beat the Lions in the NFC Championship. And the Rams and Chiefs will be playing Super Bowl 50 or Super Bowl 61 in Los Angeles. Super Bowl 61 in Los Angeles.
Every 10-year-old fanboy is going wild right now. They're like, oh, I love Pat Mahomes. I have a number 15 jersey.
I do love Pat Mahomes. I really do. I do, man. He's so good. He's so fun to watch. He's my Dan Marino.
Show me your arm. Show me your leg or whatever. Show me your arm. He has a knee brace, that was a bad omen. So I'm good with Rams Chiefs. I just had the Bills. Who do you have winning again?
All right. I mean, this moment of it all. Okay, my Super Bowl champs. The last 2 times. There's only been 2 times in NFL history that the team has hosted the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay did it the COVID year. Tampa Bay goes out and they beat the Kansas City Chiefs in that Super Bowl. And then the second time, literally, the year after that, or 2 years after that, the Rams hosted the Super Bowl in SoFi Stadium for the first time, beating the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow. So 2-0 when the home team hosts the Super Bowl. And I'm going to make that 3-0. I think the Rams are just too talented. They are going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The fact that the Chiefs get there is a thing in itself. But, we can see your white paper. Mm-hmm.
I know. Hold on. Does this help? Yeah, you see that? It says L.A.
Yep.
Gosh, I had the Rams winning too. Hey. I did this out
while you were at work today.
No, I did it on the deck last night in like 10 minutes. I'm like, but no, I agree. The Rams, oh my gosh, man, they're just so loaded. They have now. Puka is he out officially still? Is he done?
Puka?
Yeah. Didn't he get it? Didn't he get? Huh?
No.
What?
No. If Puka was out, I wouldn't be picking him.
I thought I read he got dinged up at practice the other day.
Nah, whatever. One little injury right now, and it's not a big deal.
Right. Well, but they're so loaded now. Now, barring like something like that, where one of their studs gets dinged and it hurts. But the NFC path to the Super Bowl is so much more easier relatively than the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
They could take a injured player and they'd probably still make it.
Yep.
So
the best team on paper doesn't usually always win. The most talented team on paper doesn't usually win. But this is just one of those years where I think there's too much talent. Myles Garrett trade really put things over the top for me as far as picking the Rams. So, that is. I mean,
freaking LA, or it's like the Dodgers and God.
The rich
Rams.
get richer, man. The rich get richer. Any hot takes going into this NFL season?
Eric Dickerson is going to come back and also play for the Rams. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I think the Browns are going to go 500. I do. Or they'll go 8-9. I think Deshaun Watson knows he has to produce. Mm-hmm. He knows he has to. This is it. No other team's going to take a chance on him, right? So he knows he has to do something this year. So I think he's feeling the heat, and they have some weapons. I think the coach in there is a little bit like what Whittingham is doing to Michigan, bringing normalcy. I think there's some good things going on there, and they're in a bad division. But I still think the Steelers are going to roll them. I think the Browns are going to split. I think the Browns are going to beat the Ravens both times. And if they go 8-9, man, that's a huge turnaround for the Browns. As long as they're not the bottom feeding, laughing stock that they've been, boy, that would be great for them. But I'm hoping they go 8-9.
So when you break my whole thing down by division or by conference, the Browns finished 9th. And so where they have been as a bottom feeder most of the last 25 years, obviously, other than the season that they beat the Steelers in the playoffs and the next or 2 years later when they made the playoffs again, they've been bottom feeders. I think the Browns are going to be respectful. I agree with you. Deshaun Watson has everything to prove at this point in time. And even if it's not him, Shedeur Sanders has everything to prove at this given point in time. They have this trio of Isaiah Bond, Casey Concepcion, and Boston is a really interesting trio of young guys that if one of them pops and becomes a really good number one receiver and the other two become 2A and 2B or 2 and 3, that's a good foundation that you just get a quarterback in at that point in time. If it doesn't work out with Deshaun Watson, if it doesn't work out with Shedeur Sanders, obviously you got Quinshon Judkins in there at running back. You got Harold Fannin. Like, there's pieces on offense for the Browns to be really good. Obviously, their defense over the last 5 years under Schwartz has been really good. I know Schwartz is gone now, but you still have Grant Delpit. You still have Denzel Ward. You still have. I know you don't have Myles Garrett, but you got the piece back from the Rams. But you got the defense, whatever his name is. My brain, it's guys. We're back to work, so the brain doesn't function as well as it used to non-work times. But they did get a good piece back. A good defensive end piece. I don't think the defense is going to be as great without Jim Schwartz, but it's still going to be good. The biggest problem for the Browns is, one, coach. Can you trust Todd Monken enough? And two, is the quarterback. Can the quarterbacks produce? I just don't trust Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders enough to go win 11, 12 games. But 7-10 is respectful. And you just go get your quarterback next year if it doesn't work out. And a draft class that is loaded with quarterbacks. So I'm with. I don't think 7-10 is a super hot take. You have more 500, but.
Do you need to take some Prevagen in your old age? I just can't remember things.
Can't remember anything. Can't remember.
Yeah. You got that right, Timmy.
Speaking of can't remembering, I really hate everything. Like Meyer app. Last night, my wife and I did a pickup order. Right? Why does Myers sign me out of the app every single time I need to get on there? Like my banks, I understand. My banking app signs me out.
Sure.
Then I got two-factor authentication, whatever. But why is Meyer? Why is Taco Bell? Why are those apps signing me out every single time that I get off the app and had to sign back in? You think I know these passwords? And then
wait.
it says
Taco Bell signs you out?
yes. Taco Bell signs me out. Taco Bell and Subway sub me out all the time. They literally sign
Taco
me out.
Bell signs me out like when they update the app and they make you log back in.
Every time I get on there. And then not only that, then I go try to log in with the account because it pops up every email that I have possible. It's like sign up for the account. I've already signed up before. I don't know. I can't even, not let alone the password, which email I use to sign up for. It's just ridiculous.
Then you have to sift through all those emails like hot Asian singles in your area.
I think my hottest take is the fact that I have the Falcons and the Cardinals going 1-16 and the Saints going 2-15. Are those the actual records?
Saints
Probably
are
not.
bad.
And then Titans and Texas going 2-15. Like that's a lot of teams to be true bottom feeders. But I think those are the 5 worst teams in the NFL. The Dolphins are kind of doing it on purpose. The Titans still stink. The Cardinals still stink. The Falcons just are awful, and the Saints just stink. But the Dolphins are doing it on purpose.
But a lot of those teams you're saying right there, they're searching for a quarterback. If we tank this year, there's a lot coming in. So that lines up and makes sense with everything that you're saying there. So, yeah.
Yep. All right. Before we end this NFL preview episode, you got a Cam Dogs conversation for us?
I do. Real quick. Today's my sister's birthday. So for 3
Happy
days,
birthday,
she
Scout
gets
sister.
to be Kara. Yep. So for 3 days, she is 4 years older than me because my birthday is on Saturday. I turned 44. She's going to be 47. And my brother in October is going to be 50. Getting
Happy
gifts
birthday.
is great.
Happy early birthday, old man.
Thank you. So 44, ladies, that's me. Get some cold cuts. Woo!
You've been waiting for
woods,
that
baby.
one for 44 years, haven't you?
I've been waiting, baby. It's like when I saw a
Yeah.
commercial, I'm like, I can't wait. I'm going to be like that guy in the yellow jacket in the meme. I'm like, I'm behind the tree. So, getting gifts is fun, but when you get older, you don't really get them as much, but it still is cool. So what is the best gift getting season? Birthday or Christmas?
This is a hard one for me because my birthday is 2 days after Christmas.
Ooh.
So
you got a lot of the old combo gifts. Like, this is for both.
Kind of. I think people in my life have done a good job of trying to differentiate. Like, hey, this is your birthday, this is Christmas. But also, this is at the same time, they're like, do you just want them at the same time? And I don't like waiting for anything. Like, I don't know if we've ever talked about this live on the podcast, but when I read a book, I read the last chapter first. Like, seriously, I read that if I go I don't watch a lot of movies, but I've always liked the Marvel movies. My sister and I go see every single one. I'm all about spoilers before I go to the movie. I don't like to be surprised on things. If I can know the ending, of a Ohio State game before I watch it, I would. If I knew what the ending was going to be like and I could just go enjoy watching it or just know that I would be mad at the end of it, I would. I don't like surprises. I don't like not knowing things. And so I'm all about
thank you for the trauma dump. In the meantime, I used to be a really big fan of like horror movies and stuff. I said horror movies. And I too, when there's a movie where I'm like, I don't like how this is feeling, this makes me feel uneasy, I definitely get on Google and I Wikipedia the movie and I read what's going to happen. So I'm like, oh, Tommy's going to die? Well, crap, I don't care if something jumps out and chops his head off, whatever. So I get it. I understand. Yeah, I get it.
No, I do it for all movies all the time. Like we went and saw the Odyssey. I went and read the Wikipedia plot before I watched the Odyssey. I just like to know what's going on. I like to be able to pace.
You didn't read the Odyssey in high school?
No, sorry, I didn't read the Odyssey when I was in high school. But again, I knew the idea of the Odyssey. But when the movie, I wanted to read the Wikipedia plot of the movie. When I read a book, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, maybe not as much nonfiction. Like if it's a sports biography and autobiography, maybe not as much. But like if it's a fiction book, yeah, I read the last chapter first. Okay,
I need a lot of pictures. I need a lot of pictures with captions.
I know you do.
Raised pictures. That way I can read it. What if when I don't even have to read it? I'm like, oh yeah, there's Jackie Robinson.
I knew how Catching Fire ended before I even knew Katniss was going back into the arena. Okay, like I've always been like, I feel like I've always been that way ever since I was a little kid reading books. And yes, people, I like to read books.
But hey, good for you. I can't even read. So, what is it? Christmas or birthday? Huh?
Both.
Oh, that's a cop-out.
It's
what
the
in the
same
world?
time. It's the same time.
Okay.
It's the
then
same.
I guess for me, and mine's more objective. Personally, I like Christmas, and here's why. And listen, I had great parents growing up, but I'm gonna do a little trauma dump right here myself. My birthday is August 22nd, so guess what happens? That's usually around when school starts. So when I was a kid, we had a good growing up. I mean, we weren't poor, but we were very tight financially. So my parents, what they would do is they would buy school supplies and they would give it to me for my birthday present. So many times as a kid, I grew up going to go buy my school stuff with my mom. And then I was like, here's a good example. We went to Payless Shoes all the time to get shoes, and we got a pair, I will never forget, is a pair of black Voit with orange, outline thing. And, man, they were sweet shoes, baby. Woo! Sweet shoes. And I was like, man, I cannot wait to take this. And we got home, and my mom goes, well, I'm going to hold on to these for a little bit. And, 3 days later, I open up my birthday present. I'm like, I got the freaking Voits. I picked it. What? So, for me, your
brother also got a pair for back to school.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's just so for me, my parents were. I remember one year they did get me a bike for my birthday, and that was really cool. But most of the time it was school supplies or clothes for back to school. Excellent, So Christmas, that's my jam.
Yep. Hey, my father's birthday is next Monday. 8/24 Kobe Bryant Day, so happy early birthday to my dad. This baby can come any day. So she might share the same if she comes you said the 27th?
Mine's 22nd.
22nd. Okay. So, you're very close.
It's a little early.
Saturday.
It's a little early.
So, she might share the same birthday as you. Who knows? She might be next week.
Listen.
We'll see. So,
if she has a birthday this Saturday and she's born, I would be honored for the name Cameron Sabo. I'm honored.
It's not happening, but I'll let you have a
with a Y. Cameron with a Y.
Still not happening.
Hey, one of my best friends named his daughter Cameron.
Hey, when we were first discussing names, I did say the name Macy. She's like, I'm not naming it.
Did you?
After Scott's daughter. Yeah.
I hate that kid.
No, everybody loves Macy Cameron. She's a great kid. I've always liked the name. Macy. So. But
good name.
She vetoed that one. But hey, you'll find out the name here soon because this baby's gonna be born very soon, guys. So hey, 2-week break. We will be excited to come back in 2 weeks. Be sure to comment, subscribe, like, all those fun things. If you've made it this far in the video, comment who you think your NFL champion is going to be, your Super Bowl predictions, your MVP, any hot takes you have. If you're a Browns fan, you guys want to tell us you're winning the Super Bowl this year, go ahead and do that. If you're a Falcons fan or a Cardinals fan, you think that you are winning more than 4 games, go ahead and comment that. And if you're a Steelers fan or a Packers fan and you think that our teams are going to win the Super Bowl this year, then I'd love to join on your bandwagon. I think that we do win a playoff game for the first time in a long time, though, and there is something with Mike McCarthy there, and we'll see how it goes.
So it's all about the big games with Mike. He poops his pants, so we'll see.
But he did win Super Bowl 45, so.
He did.
Yep.
Lightning struck once.
Yep. Hey, as Mike Tomlin used to say, the standard is the standard. The Sabo standard sets the standard when it comes to the high standard of sports talk shows going forward. We will see you in 2 weeks. Sabo, Scott, out.